What's happening, everybody? Here are my deluxe origin figures and my double packs and all that. So let's get into it right now. Okay, so with battle damage Skeletor, I actually am going to do a video that goes more in detail with battle damage Skeletor and battle damage He-Man. So I'm just going to briefly go over them. I did get him on sale at Walmart when he was $10 on clearance. I wasn't sure if I was going to get him, but it was hard to pass him up on clearance. I do want to support this line, but I just wasn't quite sure if I wanted to pay full price for a deluxe figure of him, but I'm actually super glad that I picked him up for reasons I'll discuss in a later video. But yes, he actually does look really good. We'll take a closer look at battle damage Skeletor. So I am glad that I did pick him up, and glad I didn't miss out, honestly, because I would have been really disappointed, again, for reasons I'll discuss in another video. So now, with this set here, I just couldn't justify paying the full price at $50. However, I did find this for half price. I really like this He-Man because of the silver here. He just looks really good. The shield, the battle axe, and we have the power sword with the holder there, and of course battle damage here, as well as battle damage battle cat. He has some scratches on him as well. We'll take a closer look at this set, but I was happy to pick this up. This was one I wasn't quite sure I was going to, but you always pay attention to Target, Amazon. There are sales, and sometimes you just have to pull the trigger when the time's right, and the time was right to pull the trigger on this particular figure and set, so I did. And I'm really happy that I did, because this is the battle damage He-Man that I wanted. Now we're gonna look at two packs here. We're gonna start off with the Rise of Evil. This is one that I really wanted when I first saw this, and of course I did get it. This is unpunched, but I am gonna open it. I ended up getting another one later on, which I did open because I bought the classic Skeletor head. I really like this figure. Unfortunately, he doesn't really hold the sword very well, but I love the cape on him. I think that adds a really great touch. The armor, I really like the green bat with the pink stone in the middle of his armor here. The Havoc staff and the sword is really interesting there, where it's a half and half. We have the green and the purple. I think it's a great combo. I don't really quite understand that, but I do love this Skeletor, this combo pack. So I did get this for a discount again. Target, you have to pay attention just on their online app. That's all you have to do is download it, see if it's in your area, see if there's sales. There was on this particular one, and I really do love this figure. Now we're gonna open up this package right here, because Keldor is actually my favorite character. I thought when they had added him to the 2000X, it really added another dimension to Skeletor. I really love this storyline. I think it was a great story arc, and it just really solidified Skeletor as my favorite character, with the addition to Keldor and his backstory. I thought that was absolutely amazing. And the fact that we get Trackjaw before he was Trackjaw, being Kronos, before he tried to step to Skeletor and found that that was not a good idea, but Skeletor, of course, saving him in the end, although deforming him in the process, which is really interesting. But I do love Caldor, my favorite character within the Masters of the Universe. So yes, we are going to take a look. I'm going to open this pack right now. So Caldor and Kronos look fantastic. Now you may be asking why I have an extra Skeletor or what happened to the extra Kronos. I actually did send that off to a buddy of mine, whose daughter is collecting MOTU. I thought that's super cool. Him and his wife actually had sent me a bunch of the MOTU origin figures. So thank you so much to Tyler Stevenson. And he has a YouTube channel. And if you're into movies, especially martial arts movies, I mean, this guy just knows so much about movies and everything. And he does collect video games as well, but his knowledge of movies is fantastic. So definitely check out Tyler Stevenson. I'll leave the description and the link in the description below, just to check him out if you're interested in those type of things, movie collecting and video game collecting. But definitely shout out to him, because they have actually given me quite a few origin figures. So I did send his daughter the extra Kronos here, but I do love Caldor, my favorite. Just such an in-depth story arc and storyline to MOTU. So here he is. Here, this is the double pack, the Rise of Evil. Now we're gonna get into the next one, the Eternian Palace Guard. Now this is one I actually had pre-ordered like a long time ago. I mean, it took like 6 months for me to get, something like that. I finally did get it. This was supposed to be an online exclusive, but if you do have a Big Lots, check them out, because these are showing up at Big Lots for really cheap. But I paid full price, which wasn't bad. I think it was like $15 or $19. I can't remember what I paid. But this is a really good set, because if you buy more than one, then we have the old school Man-at-Arms, which I think is absolutely fantastic addition. And we have the mace, and you have his armor. But I'm gonna keep it as a Palace Guard, because I already have a couple of Man-at-Arms, but I don't have a Palace Guard. So, but if I do run into one of these, there is a Big Lots in the area. I do want to check it out just to see if there is one, because I would like to have another one, but I don't really want to pay full price. I'm not gonna lie, because there's so many other good figures coming out. So let's take a look at the Palace Eternian Guard. So here is the Eternian Guard. The shield stays okay. The one thing that I really like about this figure is I always loved Man-at-Arms or Duncan's armor, and then with this one you just get more armor. You actually have forearm plates as well as the upper arm plates, and of course you get two of the knee and upper arm plates. So I really like that. I think that's a really nice addition. I wish the shield stayed a little bit better, but that's not a big deal. I do like the sight there. That's a nice weapon there. This could be an army builder, so it's definitely, like I said, check your Big Lots and see if there's any there. But all in all, even the price point isn't that bad if you're paying anywhere from $15 to $20. Definitely worth a look, and the price of admission. So like I said, though, I may see if I can find one. I'm not really sure, though. Although saying that, I'm not sure I want to pay another $20 for one, but I do like him. It's a great figure. So yes, the Eternian Palace Guard, or Palace Eternian Guard. I think that's what they call it. Now we'll move on to the Deluxe figures, and we will look at Mosquito. So now we have Mosquito. This is not one I had growing up. I was out of the game by the time this came along. We have the deluxe figure. We have 2 heads, an extra hand. We have the gun, and we have this blood where you can actually hook it on here, and you can hold on to another character. I'm not going to really show that, but I think that's a cool addition. This is one that showed up in just multiples in my area. I was fortunate enough to get it. And it's cool too because you have the blood. You can see it pumping in here. We'll take a closer look though, just so you can see that. We have a mini comic, which is good. My horde is between my retro figures, Super 7, and Origin figures. The horde is really rounding up nicely. I can't wait to show those off. I am going to do a kind of like figure bios from each figure, and even the horde and the snake men, with information that I can find. The Toy Guru Scott Knightlick is a great, his Spectre creative, where he worked for Mattel. He was the one that brought you MOTU Classics. He has a lot of great information on there. And I was trying to think, it was mastersoftheuniverse.org. I remember seeing mini comics somewhere. Of course, you get the mini comics with the figures, but I do remember, if I remember correctly, you can read a lot of the mini comics on that. But yes, taking a closer look, Mosquito is fantastic addition to the horde. One that, you know, is a must. And this one actually could be an army builder too. It depends if you can find them at a reasonable price. Like I said, these guys showed up in swarms in my local Target, so fortunate enough there. I only picked up one, but that was good enough for me. So here we are. There is Mosquito. We're gonna take a look. We're gonna move along here, moving right along. We're gonna go with Clamp Champ. So let's dig this guy out and let's take a look. So here is Clamp Champ. This is one that I was excited about, actually, believe it or not, just for the fact that I loved, like in the 2000X series, where he actually became the new Man-at-Arms. I thought they did him wrong in Revelations, but this is one I was excited to get. The head sculpts, like there's an extra head, but it's really not that different. You do get an extra gripping hand, which I did apply here on his left hand so he could have both of his weapons. So deluxe figure, I think just because of the size of this weapon, but hey, I don't know. I don't work in Mattel. I do like this figure. I love Clamp Champ. I can't wait to get him in the Revelations figures. I would have thought that it would come already, but yes, they need to, because like I said, I felt like they did him wrong in Revelations, not making him the Man-at-Arms. But hey, what are you gonna do? Okay, and so the last figure that I am going over tonight is Ram Man. Now this is an essential character for me in terms of MOTU. This is one of my main characters, mainstays that I had growing up. And I've always felt that he was, you know, an essential part of the group. Again, Revelations, I don't understand, but that is, you know, beyond, I don't need to, I guess, understand that right now. Maybe we'll find out later, because there is a continuation, Revolution. But yes, but that's enough for another video. We're going to take a closer look here, right at this moment, in Origins at Ram Man. So here's Ram Man. We have, I'm going classic here with the axe. And I do like the fact that they kept that kind of mechanism. I think that's really cool. Now, Ram Man isn't the sharpest tool in the shed. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, dad joke. But I do like you get the battle axe, the extra hand here. And this actually head sculpt is actually pretty darn cool, I think. So a little different addition, a different look to Ram Man, but still classic Ram Man as well. So yeah, one of my essential characters for MOTU. I am super happy that they came out with this character in Origins. And honestly, I've really loved everything that they've done in Origins. So if we look at, here are my deluxe figures and my 2-packs that I've purchased. There are some that you don't see, and that's just because I have them in other forms, shapes and forms. But yes, I do plan on going character by character, doing like kind of bios and information that I can find later on. I actually am going to go over Battle Armor, Heman, and Skeletor. Now, I know I call them battle damage. That's because, I mean, honestly, that's what it is. I mean, they show battle damage. They all have armor on. So yeah, these are my deluxe and 2-pack figures. Great additions. Always super excited to have them. I do have my Wave 4 Revelations that I hope to go over here pretty soon. The next video maybe though is my He-Man and Skeletor video. But yeah, my Battle Armor He-Man and Skeletor video. So that is going to do it for me tonight. I hope you have a good night. I hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time, we'll see ya.